So for the inverse of a matrix, this is using row operation. Okay, using row operation, there are two ways. Using row operation, you write A, the matrix, you put I identity with the same dimension. So if it's 3 by 3, it's 3 by 3, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, and you row reduce. Okay, elementary row operation until you get identity and A inverse. If the determinant is not 0, you have to get the identity. Okay, if you have something like this, adalah salah kira tu. Okay, there must be somewhere that you did it wrong. You have to get the identity, and whatever it is on the right is the inverse. Okay, if the question asks you to find the inverse using row operation, wajib, it's compulsory to use this method. Otherwise, there is another method. We call it the adjoint method. Although many students like this because this is totally using determinant, but there are some ways, some other reason why it's better to use row operation. Probably because it's easier to reduce, or probably because it comes from system of linear equation, something like this. It gets something to do with chapter 2. Okay, so the inverse is 1 over the determinant of A, adjoint of A. You remember adjoint of A? Maybe you learned this before at school, but I don't know if you remember or not. Is the transpose of a cofactor matrix. Okay, so go back to previously how we define cofactor matrix. You remember last time we have the matrix M minor, right? The minor, and then we have the cofactor. You transpose, you get a joint. Okay, let's go back to, is it the previous? Okay, it's okay. I'll just use this. Just use this example so you don't have to copy. Okay, example. This is in the notes, yeah? So you can just look. No need to copy, dah ada. This one. Okay, this is A. All right. Find the inverse using adjoint method. Okay, find the inverse using adjoint method. Since there is a determinant there, you can find determinant using any method. Okay, using any method. Okay, so I think we did this before, that the determinant is -1. I remember I added 2 columns, right? And then multiply. And then you can also all other method. Okay, now to find cofactors. Cofactors. Okay. Because you have 9, you remember we write this before? Okay. Right. So, you remember Papandam, the one that I mentioned earlier, right? Because the difference between cofactor and minor is the positive or negative, -1 to the. So positive, negative, positive. Negative, positive, negative. Positive, negative, positive. So that we don't forget, yeah? Okay. Now what is C11 is the determinant of buang 1, 1 kan? 1, 1, 1. Right? So 1, 1, 1, 2. So the answer is 1. Okay. And then buang to 1. So 3, 4, 1, 2. The answer is negative 2. And this is buang ni. The answer is negative 1. Okay. I am not going to rewrite everything. I just put negative, negative, positive. Okay. 6, 8, negative 5. The answer, yeah, 3. Negative of 5 is negative 5. And then plus of negative 4 is negative 4. Using similar method. Okay. Like 1, 2, you take 1, 2 here, you cross out, you get 4 minus minus 1. It's 5, but that is a negative. So be careful, negative and positive. Okay, so you can write your C. C, all this. And make sure you write accordingly, row and column. Because if you write row as column, column as row, and then you transpose, you get it wrong. So you write here 1, negative 5, 3, negative 2, 8, negative 5, negative 1, 6, negative 4. Okay, this is the cofactor matrix. Okay, so your adjoint is the transpose. Padam because it's there. Okay, so adjoint A is C transpose. Just transpose. 1, negative 5, 3, negative 2, 8, negative 5, negative 1, 6, negative 4. Oh, by the way, saya main-main aja yang tolak markah tu. Not to be too worried. Bagi geretak sikit. Tu lah. Macam kalau kerja bos nak rotan, macam tu lah. Jangan marah ya pagi-pagi Ahad ni. Apa tu? Itulah. I can be serious tapi not serious all the time. Kata saya main-main je, next time I will do it. Okay, so this is a join. So just put in the formula, then you get the inverse. Right? Okay, so you have to show all your work. Okay, because if you just jump, because right now you can use computer, calculator, right? We want to see your working, because working ada markah. So even if you get the right answer but the wrong jalan kerja, you won't get the mark. Okay? So show your work. Okay. 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 5, 8, 6, 3, negative 5, negative 4. Okay, then you get the answer. Yeah. Everything you divide by negative 1. Okay. So negative 1, 2, 1, 5, negative 8, negative 6, negative 3, 5. There are many places that you can do careless mistake. Kan? Banyak tempat. Tadi tu dah ada 9. The very first thing, determinant. Memang sedih lah, nangis lah if the determinant pun salah. Right? But if you get the right, adalah markahnya. And then the final answer will be also wrong. But methods lebih banyak markah daripada the answer. Because we are human, kan? Yusof, settle down dulu, baru nak onkan video. Pening lah tengok Yusof ni gerak-gerak. Gini, jalan-jalan. Okay. So, this is the inverse. And remember, you can check. You can multiply on the left, or you can multiply on the right? Either one, no need to do both. And you have to get the identity. Ni suspend Kalau darah tak dapat identity, tapi as I said earlier, if you don't get the identity and you don't have the time, jangan write lah equal identity, terus ada student, okay, ni siap dia yang write. Nak menyedapkan hati dia agaknya. Dia tak dapat sebenarnya. But then the student didn't get the time to recheck kan. But it's okay. Though I know that you don't have the time, but the method is very important. Tak jumpa kan kat mana ni salah darab, for example. Okay, so in the soft copy, there is another 2 question. Exercise 10, I put it there. Jawab dulu kat tempat kosong tu, then you can compare your answer if you have the whole book. Okay, the one that have printed book, adalah jawapan dia kat situ, but then jangan tipulah, ini sendiri punya exercise. Okay, to make sure whether you really answer. It's a very good exercise to try because another one is 4x4. Okay, another one is 4x4. For 4x4, you imagine 4x4 tak ada cara ringkas to find the determinant. Remember, you find the determinant which has the banyak. Okay, there is another thing. Students, alah terpadam pula dah. You remember when we find the determinant, there is a formula CIMI. CIJMIJ. Pilih for that particular I. Remember this formula. You take C and then you choose the minor. Okay, either the row or the column. Then you get the determinant. And then when we find the join, the student confused. They multiply C kat luar tu. This is the very, very common mistake. Okay, when you find the minor, you just find the inside, like right now, terpadam tu, tapi ada plus and then nothing outside. You don't multiply by outside. But if you want to take any row or column to find the determinant, you multiply by the C. Okay, if you try and do some exercise, you will see. Okay, maybe at the end of the class, do one question to find the determinant, because the determinant, you take any row or column, it will be the same. Okay, let me show it here with this example. Call it B. Okay. If you want to find the determinant, there are not that many rows of zeros, right? So you have to do so many to find the determinant. So if you do just probably 1 or 2 elementary row operation, then probably you do expansion for that row or column, then make it easier. So let's try this. Okay, let's do this. And then I will do, okay, -2 row 1 plus row 3, -2 row 1 plus row 4. Zero, 0, -2, -2 and add, -2 and add, -4 and add, -2, -6 plus 3, -3. Okay, -2 and add, -2 and add, -2 and add, -2 and add. Okay. 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 Nak kena jenguk sikit ni masuk dalam kamera. Terkeluar. Okay, so I already get this. If you want to do maybe one more, okay, maybe one more. Negative row 2 plus row 4. Negative row 2 plus row 4. 0, 0. Negative 2 plus negative 3. Negative 3 plus negative 3, negative 6. Okay, I think I will stop here because I can take expansion here. Okay. So, I use this. Ingat So, determinant there is a negative. For the determinant, this dangerous. And then this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. So the determinant of B is negative. This, right? I take this, 1, and then this. 1, 2, 3. 0, negative 2, negative 3. 0, negative 3, negative 6. Okay. Then, again, I take this. So negative, then this. Twelve minus 9. Betul tak? Is it right? Okay. So this is the determinant. Not yet the inverse, just the determinant. So to find the inverse, you have to do how many times? 16 times. 16 times. Don't worry, I won't give this in a test. Test cuma sejam kan? Sejam suku, sejam setengah. Habis 1 jam. Because, alamak dah terpadam. Okay. If you have 4 by 4, the original matrix, to find the minor, you will have to find 16, right? 16 entry. And for each entry is 3 by 3, the determinant. So, okay, you can just look at the answer for that. All right, the inverse of 2 by 2 is given. Okay, I will skip first the exercise until the end of the class. Okay, I hope you have gone through this exercise.